Gary, how you doing over there?
Just waiting on you, Captain. You know, you
All
always have us on pins and needles.
How I do it. That's how I do it. All right. All right. So, Jerry, Bob, Chris, Danielle, Cindy, Todd isn't here, but we will record this and send it to him. Got a lot of stuff to go over today. A bunch of stuff we've been working on. So let's get right to it. Last meeting we spoke about the technical phase. Everybody good with that? You're all deeply entrenched in giving your athletes technical focused workouts.
Got my computer.
We'll go over that a little more detail later. Of what we covered last session.
Yeah.
This weekend we have Ironman Arizona coming up. I'm going to be out there. Where's Stevie on in the background? If you can mute.
I'll mute everybody.
We have Ironman Arizona. I'll be there. Cindy will be there. Danielle is going to be out there. So we'll have a good contingent. I'm not getting.
Hold on. Okay. Go ahead, Jim.
So I'm not getting out there until Saturday afternoon. So Cindy and Danielle will be our troops on the ground Saturday morning if we need anything from anybody that's racing. So I have about 4 or 5 people racing. Each of them have a couple people racing, so should be a good contingent. La Quinta, I think I have 8 people racing, so we have a good contingent going out there. Chris set up a team dinner for Saturday night. Chris, you want to talk about that? On mute.
Yeah, I get him. You got to warn me before you do things like that. Okay, Chris can talk.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's not far from T2, the tennis center. It's right across the street, or just down the street a little bit. Mario's. Jim wanted to have pasta, but I wanted to have fish and chips, but Jim said no. So
yeah, no fish and chips.
No fish and chips.
So the thing is with the logistics of La Quinta, and we'll send out a note on this, you guys are aware that it's not the best logistics. So what we can do is we can stress to our athletes, drop off your bikes, and then we can go right to dinner after that. Because if you go too early, it'll take all day because the lines are insane. So you're better off going late. So for all your athletes racing La Quinta, it's a close race to Southern California. So we have a bunch of people going out there. Let's just make sure that they know dinner's early so they can drop off their bikes and go right over to Mario's. And Chris has a room reserved. So we'll spread the word. We'll send out to all of our swimmers and all the triathletes who are racing as well. So, Bob, you can unmute everybody in case they have questions, and we'll just deal with the background noise.
Okay. Got it.
All right. So we're starting to plan 2020. We have a lot of people that want to go out to the desert. So I got the code for the Desert Triathlon. That's the first week in March. So we'll make that one of our first official team races out there. So it's the same place as La Quinta, so the logistics are easy. Everybody knows it, but it's pretty low key. So I sent out the agenda, so you guys have that code to send your athletes. Let's get a good representation out there. It's cool. Like I said, it's a low key early season race, no stress. It's just something to have on the calendar that we can do as a team. What Jerry and I have been talking about is adding more team unity stuff where we can really get together and get the word out about our triathlon program. So things like La Quinta, things like Desert Triathlon. I'm sure we'll have a bunch of people out at Surf City. We want to get a lot of noise going around those events. And those
the other 2 races that are really good that weekend or a couple of weekends in the start of January is the Palm Springs Century and the Palm Springs Half Marathon. I think they're both from the same weekend. And the race director last year gave me a discount code for both races. And if you do the 2, you get what they call a brick, like a little brick, and it says, Palm Springs Century and Palm Springs Half Marathon. It's kind of a cool giveaway thing, but
yeah, it's good back-to-back race that might be good to work in the schedule.
Yeah.
So we can send the code out. We just want to we don't want to spread ourselves too thin. We want to really concentrate on some key races that we can get everybody out to. So it's good to add that in the training. People can get out there, but let's really focus on getting people out to the Desert Triathlon. So what Christoph did, next thing on the Team Unity front, he put up a blog. So we have, one thing we also want to do is start building our library of educational pieces on the website. And Jerry, you want to talk a little bit about that, what we're looking for on the educational front?
Sure. I think we need to, similar to what we have on the swim plan, as you know, we've got probably 60-something videos and lots of written content. And, you know, all of our coaches are obviously, you know, well-educated and know what you're doing, but we need to have that content available in a library format. And for the main purpose of it, easy access for our customers, but also we need to be competitive in the marketplace. And many good coaches are doing a good job at that. So I think we need to make, have some more content accessible.
Yeah, so it's really easy. So if you guys have something that you wanted to contribute, you could just send it to me, and I can make it, you know, approve it, and then we can get it up on the site. It's a really easy process, but instead of going through all the passwords and all that stuff, you could just send it to me and I'll put it up, and I'll take the credit for it, but might mention you in the comments. So, so feel free to write down your thoughts, write down a nice thorough article, and we can start building that blog and get you guys up on the site, and then we can promote it and get people following it on a regular basis if we keep it consistent, which is what we want to do. We don't want to just post one blog and then forget about it for 6 months. We want something where we're updating every week. So think about something, think about a topic, write about it thoroughly, put your ideas down, and then send it over and we can chat about it. And if it's what we're looking at, we can get it up.
Could I make one comment here, Jim? The most effective information we could put out is typically a 2 to 3 minute video. So it's one thing to write a blog, and if we're able to, I forgot to ask Christoph about that. Are we actually able to upload a video in there?
Yeah, so Christoph and I spoke about that, and one thing I've been thinking and mulling over is we want to get videos up, like tutorial videos on pedal stroke or run focus. But I think another thing might be good, because in the Team Unity front, we have, and we'll get into this in a second, in the questionnaires that people are sending in. People are all over the world. I think it's like a 3 to 4 minute video every other week where we kind of like we do in the subscription plan, you give shout outs to people who performed well. You talk about the phase of training we're in, and just kind of touch base with the athletes that are around the world. I think that would be good to do, like from either Christoph's house, or I have the equipment to set it up here, and it's just a short check-in where I do a 3 to 4 minute video speaking about people and what they've accomplished in the phase of training and things that to remind them in the next couple of weeks of training, and just kind of what's going on in Power 26 triathlon community. So think about doing something like that every second week, and we can speak further on that. And also, yeah, same thing, like tutorial videos. I need your guys' help in thinking of different tutorial videos that we can do, whether, like I said, the pedal stroke, run stride, that, and then we can start getting that up on the site and building that library. So if you guys have ideas, let's chat about it, think about it, send me some emails on ideas, and then we can take it from there, and I can use my amazing film editing skills to get those up. But long answer, Jerry, it is possible. Christoph and I spoke about it.
Good, thank you.
You just use YouTube. So yeah, so let's start building that out, and then the triathlon webpage is up. It's getting great feedback on that. I'm getting questionnaires every day, and I send it out to all you guys. I send athletes to every one of you. So I would like it when you guys speak to the athletes, just give me an update on how the conversation went and what the next steps are, just so I'm in tune with what's going on. And then, if someone has gotten back to you in a week, I'll look up with them and, kind of see what's going on with them, just to keep in their ear and see how, their thought process is going and on you as a coach. And for the most part, you guys are all doing that. I'm just reminding you, just keep me in the loop as to what's going on with the athletes I send you, because I'm looking over the questionnaires in detail and matching the athletes with who I think is going to be the best fit. And so far, it's been pretty successful. So we've had a lot of signups. And what kind of questions are you guys having on our triathlon, our triathlon program thus far? Is there something that you're mulling over, something on your mind? Is everything going well? Give me some feedback on that.
I think
Danielle,
everything's going well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just spoke to a guy this afternoon. We're supposed to meet tomorrow. Hopefully he's going to come to the workout on Wednesday morning. So I think it's going real well.
Good. Yeah. I like that, Chris. You reached out to him right away. You got in touch with him, and yeah, he sounds really positive about it. So.
Yeah.
Bob, how's it going on your front?
It's been really good. Most people, they have some questions about the swimming, how the swimming meshes in with triathlon. That's the biggest question that's come up, whether do they still do 2 subscriptions or 1 subscription. Other than that, everybody who is looking for a coach, I think, already has the idea how much the cost is. And so they're not, I had a couple of people that had a problem with that, but after the first couple, everybody seems to be generally knowing what they're facing and pretty happy with the price.
Okay, good. Cindy, are you able to speak?
Yes.
No?
Yep.
What's your thoughts on the whole process thus far?
So far, you've matched me up with good people, and I had some former athletes come and register as Tower 26, and they're good so far. So we'll see how it goes. Sorry?
Go ahead.
So the biggest thing is like what Bob said, is just the question about being a swim subscription member, as well as then adding on the triathlon.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing is, what they're getting for the price, it's a lot for what it is. I mean, they're getting, for $300, they're getting all the swim, all the tri coaching, all the communication with you. And it's all personalized. So it's really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not the most expensive coaching out there, especially for what they're getting. And you just have to make them see that. And I haven't, I've had people say that too. And once I make it clear to them, I haven't had one person back out because of price. And I think you guys are having the same results. So Danielle, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, mine, it was all the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm good. I had unmuted myself. Yeah, but I think once it was clarified, nobody had a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to make them see, like I said, see the value in what they're getting. And yeah, like I said, we haven't had one drawback about that. So then also in the we're adding more and more group workouts. I don't know if you guys saw on the web page, thetower26.com. If you look on the first page, we have a schedule on there now. It looks really, really sharp the way Christoph did it, with all the swims, the bike workouts, the run workouts. So, if you have an idea of a group workout that we can have standing, weekly, that you're going to make, we can talk about it and we can get it on that schedule. So it has all the information as to where it's at, what time it's at. And yeah, I mean, even if, like Danielle, you had a Tower 26 group run every Saturday morning in Chicago, we could get that up on the schedule. So that's always options. Like, I'm talking to Craig after this, and we're going to get a Zwift ride up, most likely on Thursdays. And that'll just be a standing thing. So we'll get that on the schedule, and we'll send that out, and we'll have all your athletes that can make it to that ride. We'll have it on that ride, and it'll be a good group event where we're really cultivating the Tower 26 brand and the community, which is what we're ultimately trying to build. So if you have any ideas, like Chris instituted a trainer workout last Saturday. It's growing. He had a great idea. He went with it, and every week he's getting people there. So yeah, you just kind of have to have an idea, commit to it, and stick with it. And with that consistency, the word starts to spread, and eventually the people start coming and they respect your knowledge and what you're doing for them. With my trainer workout on Tuesdays, it started with 2-3 people, and now we're at 25-30 people every Tuesday. So keep me in the loop as to what you're thinking on that front, and if you feel like it's something you can commit to weekly, we can start promoting it at the Tower 26 workout, and we can go over together the logistics of how it'll work out and how people will pay you and all that. So don't be afraid to bring that up if you have an idea. All right, so what I did with you guys is Jerry and I assigned you guys all to the Tower 26 coaches on the subscription plan. So what we're going to do is anyone that you coach that's a subscriber, I am going to assign that athlete to you so you can oversee their swim subscription program as well. So I went over this. Just make sure you're looking at that daily to see those updates from the athletes. So either they're updating it in Training Peaks or they're updating it on the subscription plan. I just don't want it to go, we never want to go 2 days, or we don't ever want to go longer than 2 days without them getting a reply of some sort. So just make sure you're checking that daily for the athletes that you have that are subscribers, just to make sure that you're getting back to them in a time efficient manner. So yeah, as you bring on more athletes and you find out they're subscribers, make sure you're telling me that, okay, Joe Schmo signed on, he's a subscriber, can you assign him to me and I'll take care of it? So then you're overseeing that person. We just don't want, cross-pollination with this guy coaching you, this athlete here, and then you coaching him a triathlon, and we want you on point with everything that athlete's doing. So each of you have the subscription plan access, and you're an official coach on there now too. So, yeah.
On mine, when I checked for my athlete and I tried to reply, it came up, my reply looks as if I'm a participant, not a coach. So I'm not sure, because I'm a subscriber, if that's an issue, or I don't know how to fix that.
All right, something I'm gonna have to bring up with Christoph. Jerry, have you heard of that before?
No, in fact, I'm in your bin right now, Cindy, looking at all of your stuff, and I'm able to reply. So, are you going into the main system to do that?
Yeah, well, I went tower26.com, and then I went to admin users.
No.
Okay, so what do I?
You go to coaching.
I need to go to the coaching.
Coaching.tower26.com.
Okay, thanks. That's probably will be the fix.
And then you sign in. You on the drop down menu, you go to admin comments.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
And if it's happening again, call me and I'll lead you through it step by step.
Okay.
So, all right. But any other questions on that, just call me on the one-on-one, and we can go over it while we have our computers up. If there's any problems, and I'll lead you through it. So, O'Driscoll, I'm sure we'll go through that together, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we spoke about the technical phase in October.
Wake up, O'Driscoll.
I'm awake. It's really bedtime.
He's wandering out on Redondo Beach Boulevard.
Yeah.
All right, so we spoke about the technical phase. Let's just make sure we're really reinforcing the good technical habits at this point in the season. First and foremost, let's get our athletes recovered and refreshed so they don't hit March and they're burnt out. We're looking, long-term with these athletes, not only for their long-term fitness and their long-term health and wellness, but their long-term commitment to you as a coach. If they get to March and they're burnt out, they're going to be like, all right, see you, man. I'll see you later. I'm too tired to work out. So let's make sure they're getting refreshed, recovered, doing a little less. Less is more right now. They're just focusing on, the finer points of the sport. So swim, tautness, alignment, propulsion, bike, working on the stability, the pedal stroke, 4 quadrants, high, low cadence work. Same thing, run, cadence work, drill work. And if you search for any of these terms on Training Peaks, you'll get workouts with these terms. So if you're looking at something that has drills, just type in drills in the search for the workouts, and you'll find workouts with drills. So let's make sure we're focusing on that. Like I said, we went over that last meeting, and I'm sure you guys are on the same page as that. And make sure you're listening to the audio files and subscription program every morning too. There's 3 of them a week. I just want to make sure you guys are all on the same page with what we're doing over here on deck, because a lot of that is in correlation to what we're doing in biking and running as well. So let's just make sure that take the 10 minutes, or if I'm doing it, 15 minutes in the morning to listen to that listen to that audio file, just so we're all on the same page and we're in the loop as to what's going on. And, you know, if we give some shout outs to athletes, you know, you're knowing who's on the race course and who's doing well, and you're just in tune with the whole community as well. The same thing we're building. Everybody good with that?
Good.
Like everyone knows how to listen to audio files. Everybody's comfortable with that? All right. So this time of year is when we want to start speaking to our athletes about what's coming up in 2020. So I want to just go over the annual training plan that we use on Training Peaks. Bob, do you use the training plan?
Yep.
Chris, have you used it?
Yeah, I know. I've got everybody set up on it. Not only a couple of people now set up for 2020, but I've got races planned for all the athletes. You know,
Cindy, you good on this?
Yeah, I'm good.
Danielle, you use the training plan?
I haven't used it for new athletes, but I know how to use it. Yes.
Yeah. So what we're doing is, as we're meeting with our athletes, we're obviously figuring out what their pillar races are, and then working around that. So what this just really helps you keep things in order, especially as your athlete roster starts to grow. I don't expect you guys to remember every little detail of every athlete, but this really helps you keep things in line as to where that athlete is with their weekly hours, with their TSS, with what races they have coming up, which races are A races, which races are B races, which races are events are C events. So we can go, I can't share my screen right now, I don't know what's going on, but we can go over this one-on-one if you guys need help adding the races and kind of figuring out how the whole phase works, building in each individual athlete. But I just want to make sure you're comfortable using the training plan, the ATP on the Training Peaks, because it's really it helps me with every one of my athletes. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not checking this with each one of my athletes, just to know, okay, this guy has Kinta in 3 weeks. This guy has, Pasadena half marathon in 6 weeks. And this is the kind of type training he or she should be doing at this time, just to remind you as to what phase that athlete should be in at the time. Obviously, we're in the technical phase right now, so we want to keep that as our main purpose. But if someone has a half marathon in 6 weeks, you want to start building some volume into their training as well. And this just helps you keep it all on point. So if you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you see ATP. And then you click on that, and then from there, you click the gear button over next to ATP 2020, and that's how you start entering their races. So we want to use that after you have the meeting with the athletes, their meeting at the beginning of the year, this time of year actually, and then enter their races in there so you can start formulating what their 2020 plan is going to look like. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jerry, this is foreign to you. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is what we use. I can go through this with you offline one-on-one if you like, but it's very beneficial in Training Peaks, and it's one of the main reasons that Training Peaks is good for us coaches. So I just want to make sure everybody's comfortable with that. So let's start. And if you guys want to talk about races, and as we finalize which races are going to be our 2020 Power 26 races, we can start entering those in and make sure those are on the athlete list for your ATP as well. So let's get to using that. Like I said, you use the ATP at the upper right, click the gear button, enter their races, their TSS, their hours, and work off that for the season. And then add other races. You can add that in as you go. Make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, good. So this has been 30 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys too long. What questions do we have on anything? Or we want to go over anything else in detail?
Hey, Jim, let's, you and I go over offline the discussion I had a few days ago with Christophe regarding Training Peaks and today's plan, but more importantly, the sort of the macro step forward.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can go over that because there's a few options out there. I know Training Peaks isn't cheap, so it's something we got to we'll talk about.
Yeah, no interest
All right,
in changing. I just wanted to review the conversation with you. So don't want to take everybody's time up here, but if I don't tell you now, I'll forget. You know, I'm getting like O'Driscoll.
Oh God, I can't deal with two of you guys.
What? Someone.
All right,
O'Driscoll
Cindy,
showed
good?
up this morning to coach. He forgot his name.
Yeah, the silver fox.
As long as the answer is the silver fox, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Chris, are you good? You good with
Oh, I'm
anything? You got any questions?
Yeah, good.
Anything you'll go over?
No.
Great.
Jerry, what's your thoughts on Tony's video having the GoPro down on the end of the pool? Do you like that? Is that a good thing, bad thing? Is it fun?
I think generally it's a very good thing. We just have to be aware. No one said anything yet that regarding privacy, everyone's fine with it.
Right.
You know, some folks may just not like that, but no one has said anything. And in fact, the social media comments I've seen has been really positive.
Yeah.
So I think with everyone just knowing that it's there, it makes them swim better.
I think so too. And then, you know, Rosie asked me today, she said, can you ask Tony if he would put it in lane 3 and 4 for Wednesday? So, you know, they're interested in, you know, why is it just lane 1 and 2?
Well, what Rosie can do, Rosie can buy her own. It's $30.
Oh, I have one. So,
well, each person in a lane could buy one. We could have one in each lane.
yeah, I think it's kind of fun. You know, I think it's a fun thing.
You want to tell these guys what you're talking about? Tell Daniel.
Well, I've been watching. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, one of the guys at the pool in the morning, he has a couple of different GoPros and sets them all up, and we're watching doing vertical kicking and, you know, swimming. It's kind of fun to look at, you know, but he's just done lane 1 and 2. He hasn't done lane 3 and 4 yet. So, and he just videotapes it and then he puts it on Tower 26 and everybody looks and makes comments. It's kind of a fun thing. So,
Okay, I mean, as long as everybody agrees to it, sounds like a fun thing to do. So,
okay.
Cool. Danielle, you okay? You got any questions? Anything you want to go over?
No, I'm good. Just cold.
All right. So we'll see you. Yeah, forget that. It's Arizona. We'll see you in Arizona.
Yeah.
Cindy and Danielle, if you guys want to like do anything on Saturday morning, like I said, I'm not going to be there, but if you want to rally the troops for a swim of some sort, just let me know and we can get it out there. What's that, Cindy?
I won't be there till the afternoon.
Okay, so maybe we'll just skip that and we'll just have them.
How many of our coaches are going, Jim?
There'll be 3 of us on race day.
So we should.
as
Did you
of
check?
now-
Did you? I'm sure you did, but a reminder to check our subscription program at the calendar.
Yeah, we have a ton of people racing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Saturday afternoon. I probably could change it to Friday if we want to do a swim in the morning on Saturday morning.
Well, what you should do is go to that calendar section, write down the names that are going, and then go to the email section and email those folks as a broadcast email, letting them know that you'll be there.
All right. So we'll have a contingent out there, but yeah, I'll do that. And all right, cool. Let's see who else. Cindy's good. Chris is good. Bob, you good?
I am good.
All right. Kept you guys long enough. Go eat dinner. It's been fun. Look at that agenda. Any questions? Let me know. Jerry, any last questions? Anything from you? Sorry.
All good. Thank you very much. Awesome job.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, great work. All right, bye.
Yeah,
All right. Take care, Jim. Bob, thank you.
sure.